Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the final entry to the Minecraft 1.20 era. With this brand new update, we're going to take a look at some new dogs, armadillos, farming changes, the future, and even more. Now, if you're like me and it felt like this era went on forever, and a little bit more, well, that's kind of because it did, with the first preview dropping all the way back on the leap day. Now, Minecraft 1.20.80 is an update that is truly going to send you all over the entire world. Our first stop here today will send us over to specifically the taiga biome. The next time you're exploring inside of the taiga biome and you find sweet berry bushes, I mean, of course you could walk up and pick the bushes just like normal, but maybe this time around, consider harvesting the bushes with your trusty Fortune 3 tool. With Fortune 3, if I harvest a sweet berry bush, I can now get up to 6 berries per single bush. 6 berries, that's absolutely insane. There's no chance you can get anywhere near that from just like plain old harvesting or picking the bush. Why in the world the devs would want us to just, destroy the whole bush to get the real amount of berries? Well, I don't know. Now, this next change can be experienced anywhere inside of your Minecraft world. To show this one off on my trusty golden axe, if I go ahead and chop something down, well, once I do that very familiarly, the green durability bar pops up showing me, hey, the tool is, it was used. In this update, everything has changed when it comes to the durability bar. If you're like heavily fixated and focused on memorizing the details, then the durability bar should look entirely different to you because it is. Inside of this update, in an interesting parity change that slipped through the changelog of whatever beta it was in, the durability bar colors have been changed to match the Java. Now look, I'm a nice guy. I'm not gonna say anything bad about those changes or anything because, well, they're changes. However, those ones don't even begin to compare to this next update. For this next one, we're gonna need to locate either the Savannah biome or the Badlands biome. Inside of this biome, as we start to travel around for a little bit of time, hopefully I can find the buddies I'm looking for. Aha, here they are. Tap that like button right now because, oh my god, the absolutely adorable, insanely perfect armadillo has made it into Minecraft. Look at this tiny little guy. Smooth animations, cool, beautiful side-eye texture, all of it. Quite famously, the saga of the armadillo takes us all the way back to last year Minecraft Live. Inside of that big mob vote, Minecraft's next mob won, and surprisingly, this update is here before 1.21. Now, the armadillo is a nice mob. It's never going to attack you. If you decide to go ahead and attack it, it's going to go into this little cube ball thing. Then, actually, once it's in this ball cube thing, you could hit the armadillo, and it looks like it's damaging it, but it's actually dealing no damage. That means you could kind of play like armadillo ball or dillo ball for short. The armadillo is also pretty shy. If you run near the armadillo, it's going to jump into that ball thing too. Now, the main thing you're probably going to use the armadillo for when you find it in its natural environment is a little bit of brushing. And walk up to the armadillo with a brush and use the brush, like the archaeology one, onto the armadillo, and you'll brush off a layer of scoop. This scoop brushing has no cooldown at all, which means you can go ahead and brush it all instantaneously right now. However, on Bedrock, you get 5 brushes with a brush, and then it's done. Once I do this one more time, the brush is gone, and I've got 5 scoop. I need a little bit more. Now, when it comes to our little new friend, the armadillo, there's actually quite a bit of details. Depending on when this update drops, there already might be the Everything series episode out on the armadillo. If you're interested in studying up on this little guy's cool quirks and other features, definitely check that out. And if it's not out yet, stay tuned. Anyways, new brush in hand, we go ahead and walk back over to the armadillo and brush it just a couple more times. After that, it's over to the local crafting table. Inside of the crafting table, with this new armadillo scoot, we've got a brand new, very overpowered item. Your best friend is going to need this thing immediately. It's called wolf armor, and wolf armor, it's insane. Now, the story of, no joke, Minecraft's newest, most powerful armor in the entire game, it begins over here in the wild. First things first, you're going to need to go out into your world and locate a brand new dog. After that, go ahead and tame the dog. Now, with my brand new, newly tamed dog, if I've already done all of the armadillo scooting, went ahead and crafted the armor, all I need to do is walk up to the dog and put this armor on the dog, like use it on the dog, and just like that, we got our dog with a brand new fancy outfit. Now, this dog armor is actually insanely overpowered. Let's say we had a damage source, maybe something like TNT. In the olden days, TNT would go off, your dog is near it, and unfortunately it just takes a bunch of damage immediately and it's gone. In the new day, as long as you have dog armor on your dog, that dog armor is going to soak up all damage entirely. That means that dog right there took a 0 damage and felt nothing. But the armadillo armor, on the other hand, it got a little cracked. Kind of just like you can with an iron golem that has cracks on it. If I walk up to a dog with broken dog armor while that dog is sitting and use armadillo's scoot on it, the armadillo armor is actually it's repaired up a little bit. The scoot is used up and you can see the cracks eventually go away. Now this whole overpowered armor situation, it applies to most damage sources in the game. Fire, falling, you name it. Once I've decided I'm done with this armor, I can go ahead and use shears on the dog and then I get the armor back. Over inside of a cauldron over here on Bedrock, if I go ahead and say maybe color up the water a little bit, make a custom color, use the armor on it. Well, I just died. Maybe we'll do something a little bit more different to looking. Once I dye the armor, go ahead and put it back on the dog and oh, you look clean. You look really good. Now for the specifics of dog armor dyeing, and actually a little spoiler here, but some of the other features we're going to talk about very, very soon. Well, for all of the details, including a useful tool that will help you create any specific color in the game, check out the Everything series episode next on dogs. I talk about dog armor near the end. In the world of technical changes inside of Minecraft 1.20.80, we have a refinement of the HUD command. This thing should be good to go now. The HUD command is pretty straightforward. Start with /HUD, your target, then you've got options, hide or reset. We're gonna go ahead and say hide, then I need to pick an item from this big list right there. Let's say I wanted to hide, I don't know, like health for some reason. I could go ahead and run that and check this out. Even though I'm in survival Minecraft, my health bar is completely gone now. This could be great for a different challenge where you just have to know to stay careful or something like that. When you're all done with that, go ahead and run the reset command and it's back to normal. It should now also only affect the targeted person and not everyone in the server. Alright, anyways, back to the big stuff, the really big one that you're probably waiting for. Oh, in this update, it's more adorable and perfect than ever before. Look at this little guy. It's a brand new dog. This one is called the Spotted Wolf, and you're going to be able to find this buddy spawning in the Shattered Savanna biome. Minecraft got 8 brand new dogs. It's kind of crazy because brand new mob, you think that would be the cream of the crop with this update, but honestly, I think the new dog variants are overshadowing everything. Armadillo, whatever you want to call it. Inside of this update, 8 new dog variants. The dog variants are going to spawn in different biomes around your world, which means it's time to pack up, go out, and explore. If you're a big fan of that old classic wolf, great news is still in the game. You just need to go to the taiga biome to find it. Instead, the new most common wolf is probably going to be this one right here. This is the forest wolf, and I mean, it's clean. It's got this brown coat on it. Adorable. Sliding on right across the river, the pond right here, into the Badlands biome. And normally you'll find this buddy spawning inside of the wooded Badlands, so the top of the mountains, but brand new wolf that looks like the hyena. Now, alongside the implementation of all of these new wolves, you also have the addition of better spawning mechanics for these things. They're going to be able to spawn on things like coarse dirt and podzol now. Over inside of the sparse jungle biome, it's the open part of the jungle, you're going to be able to find the rusty wolf. Look at that buddy. Now, the same video I was talking about a couple minutes ago for the dog armor, well, it's actually all about these brand new dog variants, where to find them, all of their specific stats, everything like that. If you're looking for more information on all of these amazing new dogs, which totally you should, definitely check that one out next. I go into detail on the spawn rates, the biomes, the pack size, everything you could ever want to know. I could spend all day talking about these new wolves, but the final one that I'd like to take a look at in today's video is over here inside of the Grove biome. It's called the Snowy Wolf, and look at this thing. This is going to be probably the trickiest wolf to find out of all of them. It will spawn in a pack size of 1 inside of the Grove biome, and inside of the Grove biome, there's a lot of snow, so, let's just say they're immune to the snow, okay? Anyways, inside of the Grove biome, we also have a couple other significant changes. The spawning of the other mobs in this biome has been readjusted. You're going to find more rabbits inside of the Grove biome and less snowy foxes now. But, of course, being the pinnacle of the food pyramid, if you will, in this biome, this wolf might find them all first, and you'll find none. Now, this is the dream update for the dog tamer inside of you, because you out in the world, you find the new looking dog, it looks really good. Eventually, you tame that dog, you got the armor and everything, but also, if you don't like the armor, you got new and improved collars. Look at that. The collar previously was a flat collar and didn't wrap around the neck, and now it goes all the way around it. this is going to translate out to every color of collar in the game as well. These new collars are gorgeous. They look so good. Combine that with this new dog, like the outfits are... I love that's what you say it as. Combine that with the dog's new coat fur, and you can get some really cool looking combinations. Back over at Home Sweet Home, next to my beautifully shaped 8 sign, we have a line of beds. The interesting thing about these beds is the fact that they're across the chunk border. Like, one half is right there, the other half is right there. Previously, if you had any issues with like sleeping, going back to your bed and it's just missing, well, it's probably because the bed was across a chunk border. There was an issue that would happen every once in a while where the bed basically just like up and deletes itself. It's gone because it was across a chunk border. In the world of other farming changes, cocoa beans have been improved. They're in parity with how they work on Minecraft to Java. If you know how they work on Java Edition, it's basically 3 is your golden number. Every single time you break the cocoa bond, you will consistently get 3 cocoa beans. And that's how it works over here too now. Heading off to the beautiful ocean for this one. Let's say I was inside of the ocean, maybe Ocean Monument, and I found a guardian and I had a shield. If I use the shield when the guardian beam is beaming at me, the shield will now actually block the beam's damage. This is how it always was meant to work, but how it never properly worked before. And last but not least, for our non-experimental changes today, looking out of the beautiful great blue, we can see pretty far away. You see an island over there. That's all thanks to what my render distance is set at. Inside of video settings, I go ahead and scroll down. I could adjust the render distance. On Minecraft Xbox, render distance has been upped to a maximum potential of 32 chunks now. That's going to be slightly farther than it ever was before. Look at that whole mountain. It's gorgeous. Remember that higher render distance can lead to higher lag though, so maybe like test it out a little bit, and if it's lagging, you might have to bump it back down. So Minecraft 1.20.80. When it comes to the non-experimental updates inside of this update, that's it. These next updates, careful. To be able to experience these final 6 or so updates we're going to talk about today, when making your world, you're going to need to turn on the update 1.21 toggle. With this single toggle turned on, you'll be able to check out all of these next features. Well, what are you? The Heavy Core, Minecraft's most mysterious brand new item. The Heavy Core makes its first appearance in Minecraft in 1.20.80 under experiments. Now, the Heavy Core right now is going to be a rare, very rare trial chamber reward. Take that thing on and go ahead and open up a vault with the key. Just a normal vault, by the way, that's all that exists right now. And then about a 2% chance to get yourself a Heavy Core. Get yourself a Heavy Core, slide over to the crafting table with this brand new breeze rod thing, actually only one of them, and then you can make yourself a new weapon called the mace. But before that, the breeze rod, it's a brand new breeze drop. Instead of these wind charges, it'll drop a breeze rod, 1 or 2 by default. If I go ahead and put it in a crafting table, I can change that to 4 wind charges. Now, the mace is a brand new weapon. By default, the mace will deal 7 damage just like a diamond sword. However, the big thing with the mace is fall damage. If I build up some speed in the air, drop down on something and hit it, I actually build up damage, 1 damage per block. That'll mean you build up an insane fall height and hit a target with a lot of health, maybe an iron golem or even a warden, and you could theoretically one-shot it. Coming in the upcoming Minecraft 1.21 update, the mace will see quite a bit of improvements, including new enchantments, adjustments to damage amounts, and everything like that. But for now, test it out. It might be in your best interest to locate a village inside of this update, or alternatively, I think Minecraft's most perfect shipwreck ever. Villagers are getting a big upgrade just in time for Minecraft 1.21. If I were to say go ahead and find myself a cartographer villager, upon first inspection, not too much is going on here, and we get a little hint of the next trade, nothing much. But let's say for the sake of discovery, we went ahead and leveled up this villager. We go ahead and trade with our dear friend until he reaches journeyman level, scroll down a little bit, and well, would you take a look at that? For the price of 12 emeralds, I think it's going to be the same every time, and a compass, you'll be able to buy yourself a trial chambers map, a brand new icon right there with a little bit of copper going on. Let's say we went ahead and bought it and took a look at the map. This map is going to lead me over to the nearest trial chambers, which apparently is not too far off in that direction. This is the brand new, much improved way of locating the trial chambers. Go ahead and use this map that you buy from the villager to find the trial chamber. Like, get over that little icon down there. So, check, there we go, right above the icon. Then after that, consistently, every single time under the ground, around Y0 or so, you'll find a trial chamber generated. Now, oh boy, the trial chamber. Inside of this update, the final final thing, the icing on the cake that I want to talk about for this video is all of those new things. First things first, we've got not one, but two brand new armor trims. Both of these armor trims are kind of almost giving like a steampunk or something like that. They're really cool. Right now in this update, you'll find both of them inside of the vault after taking on the trial chamber. Now, inside of your trial chamber, inside of some of like the bigger, more hallway-based rooms, sometimes you will find pots sitting around. These pots will now be able to be decorated pots, but clearly not every time. These new pots are super cool. There are 3 different shards that are brand new to 1.21. You'll be able to find them generating on the pots inside of the chamber. Like, that's the only way to find them. And last but not least, cool other things you'll be able to find inside of the trial chamber. It'll change by the time 1.21 releases, at least where you specifically find it, but brand new banner patterns. We've got 2 of them. We've got Guster again, and we've got Flow. Check out these things. They look so good. This one in specific, that's great. That's going to be really cool for, like, different designs that you could make. This one from the start, it looks like a Gradle or question mark or something. Clearly, alongside all of those beautiful brand new dogs, armadillos, everything like it, this update adds quite a bit to Minecraft 1.21. And so, lads, laddies, and lovers, that is your update, Minecraft 1.20.80. Just about everything. Mentioned it before, mentioned it real quick one more time for those new changes. The armadillo, the dogs, check out the everything series and the 1.21 stuff. It's coming soon too. I'd like to send a huge thank you to my patrons, The Duke, Pixie Phantom, Awkward Burb, Deb K, and Faithful Grimwart today. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been me, Waddles, and until next time, enjoy those beautiful new dogs. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.